Alright, so I'm gonna be honest here. It was not a good week for cryptocurrencies. The last good week that happened was a pretty long time ago. But it doesn't matter because good things are happening meanwhile, okay? It doesn't reflect in the price, but it's happening. And we'll talk about some of those things today, as well as the bad stuff that happened this week. If it's your first time here, I'm Max, and at Crypto School we are master students in computer science and investors in cryptocurrencies. And our purpose is to teach you all about them in an easy to understand way. So if you're interested, consider subscribing. So right off the bat, I'm going to start with the bad stuff. The market dropped yesterday and today by 6 to 15%. And it was because Coinrail, a crypto exchange, has been hacked. It's this kind of attacks that repel new investors. They see a very volatile market with no regulations. And they're not really believers in cryptocurrencies yet. Or maybe they won't ever, but it doesn't matter. They need to trust the market in order to invest in it. And with those kind of hacks, attacks, they can't, simply. So I'm gonna say it again, I've already said it, but regulations are a good thing for cryptocurrencies, at least for the price of cryptocurrencies. And we know many cryptocurrencies right now are undervalued, right? The value exceeds the price. So we really need more investors to come in. So as I said, down from 6 to 15%, and EOS is the one to take the 15% away. But no worries, this comes right after their mainnet launch, so the price increased a lot before and it needed some correction, more than the other cryptocurrencies, and that explains why it lost more than the others. So now is the right time to buy, guys. I really mean it. I think there's never been a better time than right now to buy cryptocurrencies. And even Bitcoin. I mean, if you look at the Bitcoin price or the global market cap, there's been this support line for more than a year now, and it's supporting the price of Bitcoin with an uptrend, okay? And now we are right at this level of the support line, and it's very unlikely that the price breaks the support. This is mainly because, well, if it does, it's gonna destroy the market and maybe the industry. I'll link a Steemit article by Intel investors, which I recommend everyone to read. It's basically telling you why the market is recovering and nobody sees it. So make sure you check it out. Alright, so you already know there's a lot of scams out there. So the Belgian authorities have launched a new website. It's called Too Good to Be True, and its purpose is to avoid scams. It lists the particularities of scams, so you can check them one by one. You can go through the list to see if it's a scam or not. It's pretty good to have this kind of help because it's what makes the market a bit safer and brings new investors to the table. So the Binance coin has been up 18% during this week. It was up to $17.26. This is due to the partnership between Binance Coin and ChiliZ. They are working together to bring the blockchain to the gaming industry, which is worth about $110 billion. It is the next big industry to accept the blockchain. Trade.io is a financial institution based on the blockchain, and they want to provide security and transparency in the financial markets. An announcement has been made that TIO, their cryptocurrency, is going to be available to deposit on FXPRIMUS to trade with stocks, commodities and forex. Users will now have access to 120 tradable instruments using cryptocurrencies. This is huge. I'm saying it's huge because I've been waiting for that for so long. It means that as cryptocurrencies will go up, at one point it's going to be so high that you will be willing to sell some, to take some profits, and you have to. You can't just lay them there. So as you take them back, you have more money. You have money spared to spend on something else. Well, you can either choose to spend it on a car or anything that you want, a house, that can be a good idea. But what I advise is to keep this money and invest in something else, such as stocks, commodities, or something that that ensures more growth. So that way the profits that you have done on cryptocurrencies are gonna grow even more on other markets such as commodities. The pre-registrations are now open, the link is in the description, and we have already done it. So what's happening next week? You probably know it. It's the football World Cup, the soccer World Cup for our American fellows. So what's the link between cryptocurrencies and the soccer World Cup? Well, the fact is that Russia is going to accept Bitcoin in hotels for payments. So this is not a big thing, it's not going to increase the price, but it's a funny fact and it may bring more credibility and notoriety to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The VeChain mainnet is going to be launched on the 30th of June, so the new blockchain. Now before this launch, they are working on a security program to enhance their network security. It's called the Alpha Test Program. In this program, VeChain is going to work with cybersecurity companies and smart contract testers. These firms and testers will look for vulnerabilities on the blockchain and report the bugs to VeChain so that the developers can fix them as fast as they can, hopefully before the mainnet launch. So this is a good initiative that can prevent attacks in the future. My advice is to keep a look at the price, as the mainnet is going to be launched in 20 days. Now, as we've seen for Tron and EOS, the price increases before the launch. Now in terms of prices, as I said, it was not a good week. Bitcoin lost 9% and it's now at $6,800. Ethereum lost 10% and it's now at $530. Ripple lost 12% and it's now at 58 cents. Litecoin lost 7% and it's now at $107. Tron lost 17% and it's now at 4.8 cents. EOS lost almost 20% and it's now at $11.10. And finally, VeChain lost 18% and it's now at $3.24. So that's it for this weekly report, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If we forgot major events, tell us in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to follow our weekly reports each week and learn more about cryptocurrencies. And I'll see you in the next one.